Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. It is Ogo Royalty. Today we are going to do this beautiful look, and anyway you guys, this is going to be a full face beauty tutorial, starting with the eyebrows and actually finishing off with the setting spray. This is an entire makeup tutorial, and by the way you guys, if you're interested in knowing how I achieved this makeup look, then let's hop right into this makeup tutorial. Hi you guys, and happy new year, and this is Ogo Royalty. And by the way you guys, if you are new, welcome to Miss Royalty family, and for my returning subscribers, welcome back you guys, and I really appreciate you a lot. And we are kicking it in a high note. This is the 1st of January, and I'm so excited to do the very first video of the year in the very first day of the year. So without any further ado you guys, I would like us to do a makeup tutorial with which I'm actually going to start by doing my eyebrows on camera, but it's something that I'm not able to do it because of my very poor eyesight. In the past month I received a request for an eyebrow tutorial, so I thought I should actually address that while we do the makeup. And without wasting any more time you guys, I have about 2 eyebrow pencils. These eyebrow pencils, they are both brown but different types of brown. This is a very deep dark brown. Some of these colors, sometimes you will find that other brands, they are calling it black brown. And then we have this brown color, Catrice. They say the shade is perfect brown. I find it is to be good for people that are actually light skin. You guys, when I started applying makeup, my face used to be a normal to very oily skin, so that way I will always just apply my eyebrows before I could apply anything. But as of late my skin is becoming too dry, so I'm unable to leave my skin without applying any type of moisture. Since I used a lot of hydration or a lot of moisture to actually moisturize my face, I always find my eyebrows to actually being slippery or very oily. So that way I always apply my translucent powder like this before I could sculpt my eyebrows. So I will use a brush like this, or normally I will use a powder puff that comes with the translucent powder that I'm going to use. For anybody with a very light hand, I will recommend that you use a slightly deeper brown color for your eyebrows. Now I'm going to take my spoolie to just brush out my eyebrows like this. I'm going to use black brown color for anybody that has a very light hand. If you're going to use a light hand, this is okay to use a dark brown color. And then with a very light hand, I'm just going to go ahead and sculpt my eyebrows. I'm just making small strokes so that I don't actually give it a heavy hand. And then I normally go on top of my eyebrows and try to follow the shape that I have put on the bottom of my eyebrows. And when it comes to the area where I have to make a peak for my eyebrows, with which we call it an arch, I would just try and bend my eyebrow like this. It is not always at all time that you will find that the eyebrows are actually as perfect as always look. You just need to know how to clean them with your concealer. If you can clean your eyebrows nicely with your concealer, this is how you are able to then go ahead to. Sometimes I'll start with an eyebrow like this and end up with a very soft arch or a very sharp arch, depending on what happened when I cleaned the eyebrows. And by the way you guys, I'm going to go ahead and make very small hair strokes. And then when I come to this area, I just follow my eyebrow shapes. Then I will fill the sparse areas in which I can see a lot of my skin. And then you guys, after applying my eyebrow pencil, then I will take a spoolie, be it that it is the spoolie from the pencil itself or it is just a spoolie brush like this. I will just comb out my eyebrows like that. I will go ahead and use a flat brush like this. This is the brush that I always use for myself, but I have a much bigger one that I use for my clients. I don't like to use the same things on myself and as well as on my clients. So I will take my brush like this, and I'll go ahead to actually clean the bottom of the eyebrows. And you guys, when I clean these eyebrows, I actually try to follow the shape of the pencil in which how I actually outlined the eyebrows. I would just follow the shape that I did with the pencil. Then without applying anything, or if at all I'm going to apply a very small amount of concealer. And then I will take my brush and just lay it like this. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that very first place in which I have done my eyebrows. And then you guys, I'm going to apply a small amount of concealer. This is 1 to 2 shades from which that I'm going to apply. But if you are one person that knows that your concealer is a little bit lighter, you may as well go ahead to apply the concealer that is your skin tone shade, or you can even use your foundation And after applying my concealer like that, I will take my ring finger and then I will try to blend my concealer. And then for anybody with a very heavy hand, you will use a pencil like this. That way you know that you're going to go ahead and outline your eyebrows. Even if you can actually apply it with a very heavy hand, the color will not be looking anyway crazy. But you guys, because I'm used to applying my eyebrows with a very light hand, I'm going to try and show you how the two methods or the two techniques go together. And I'm going to try and fill in the eyebrows, and I'm actually already trying to perfect the arch so that when I clean, I don't actually clean a lot. Now you know, you guys, they always say your eyebrows can always look like sisters, but they will never be two identical. Even if they are natural, they don't always look the same. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my flat concealer brush and just going to silently clean these eyebrows. And then you guys, there we have our eyebrows. And anyway, if you are one person that you know that you're not going to be applying any highlighter, I will say that you take your brightest shade of concealer, which will be 1 to 2 shades from your normal light concealer color, and then you take your brush like this, you take your concealer brush like this, and then you just go just next to the arch and just apply like this. That way, you guys, I find this method to actually be working if you're not going to apply any shimmery highlighter. That way I just follow the arch of my eyebrows, nothing really, and we have a highlighted eyebrows. And by the way, you guys, let me go ahead and apply this makeup. Alright, you guys, eyebrows are done, and let me go ahead to apply my eyeshadows. And by the way, you guys, I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution Infinite Bronze eyeshadow palette. And by the way, you guys, I think this is one eyeshadow palette that actually turned me off from loving Makeup Revolution eyeshadows. I used to love Makeup Revolution a lot, but only this eyeshadow palette just took a different toll. I'm going to apply my concealer, and the concealer that I'm applying is the concealer from L'Oreal Paris Infallible, and the shade is Honey. I'm going to apply also on the other eye and make a base for my eyeshadow application. And anyway, you guys, I'm going to brighten this concealer with the shade Toffee from Rimmel London. And then, you guys, I'm going to make a base and just blend this concealer. I think we are starting the year in the right form. Anyway, I hope that some of us who made some resolution, one of my resolution being I should be consistent every week, I should be posting, because it is highly impossible for me to post more than once in a week, especially now that I'll be going back to work in 2 days. Actually, going to use this as a mirror, which is something that is not new. It is not something that we started this year. We've been using this as my mirror. And anyway, you guys, I think the very first eyeshadow I need to apply is going to be a transitioning shade, and I'm going to go for this eyeshadow. Going to try and apply, and I'm using a slightly fluffy eyeshadow brush. Going to try and build the pigment for this eyeshadow. I'm not sure whether this is peach, but a different type of peach, not the normal type of peach that you will know. It's a different type of peach, but because I'm displaying the eyeshadows that I'm using, you guys, I don't think colors are that important, because anyway, I'm going to show you which eyeshadows I'm using. I'm just going to continue to apply this eyeshadow like that and make a transition for my eyeshadows. And you guys, in my attempt to avoid using the pink color as well as the orange color, I'm going to try and use the neutral colors that are here. Just going to apply this on my outer corner. And anyway, you guys, I'm using the Essence eyeshadow brush. And anyway, you guys, I think you can see the pigment from these eyeshadows. They have a lot of fallouts, and I'm going to look down so that the eyeshadow can actually be able to get into my crease. And I'm just going to blend my transitioning shade as well as this eyeshadow color. Going to do the same on this other side, and I'm just going to apply and build the pigment. Like I said, you guys, it's so easy for me to go pink with this eyeshadow palette because the colors here are mostly pink and orange. So I'm going to use some of the colors which I hardly ever use from this eyeshadow palette. Taking the brush that I was using to apply the transitioning shade, I'm just going to try and transition these two eyeshadows. So guys, with my ring finger, just going to place this bronze color like that. Not too bad, I guess. I'm going to continue to apply this. I think the trick with applying the eyeshadows with the finger is that the warmth of the finger or the warmth of your skin is the reason why they get to apply nicely. I'm tempted to choose a different color, and I think I should use this. Taking a flat brush, I'm just going to pick and place this eyeshadow. And I think this eyeshadow looks very nice. It should actually fit the situation in which you're going to apply all your mattes. I think I like the pigment of this eyeshadow. And using a clean fluffy brush, you guys, I'm just going to continue to just clean the eyeshadows like that. And then you guys, I'm going to use my liquid eyeliner. It is from Essence. Just going to quickly apply. I'm not going to make a wing. I feel like with this look, guys, I was actually becoming too predictable. Everything that I was doing was almost predictable because the eyeshadow itself, it has a lot of colors, it has a lot of beautiful shades, but they are just not sitting as they are looking. They are actually losing their color. I'm not sure whether it is because of the texture. They are quite creamy, and I find them to actually not being applying nicely. Then I'm going to apply mascara. This mascara that I'm going to apply, it is from Essence, is Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara. I'm just going to apply and make a base for my false lashes. And then you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyelashes. I'm going to use a tweezer because there are quite a few ways in which you can install your eyelashes. You can either use a tweezer. If you are able to use a tweezer, you can go ahead and use a tweezer. Hold them with a tweezer like this. And I'm going to try and zoom you in so that you are able to see how I'm going to install them. And then I'm going to look halfway down, and then I'm going to push my eyelashes on my eyelash line like that. And if they are not dry enough, I will be able to place them on my outer corner. And then I will place them on my outer corner, come and place them on my inner corner like this. And I find that if you apply your eyelashes and they are actually still wet, you may actually have issues when it comes to ensuring that they stick to your eyelash line. Now I'm going to hold them a little bit like this for a few seconds until they are well seated on my eyelash. And I'm going to go ahead and apply with a lash lifter. This is my regular eyelash lifter. Take a lash lifter like this and then place on my eyelash line like that. Because my glue is already drying up, I'm going to place on the inner corner. Right, because it was actually drying up too quick. Now I'm going to place on my outer corner. You see the outer corner is well seated. The primer that I'm going to use is going to be the primer from Essence. It's a jelly creeping primer. They said it is a fix and last. I'm just going to ensure that I make a barrier for my foundation. And you guys, I'm going to use the foundation from Revlon Color Stay foundation, and the shade is just going to apply a very lightweight. And you guys, with the setting mist, I'm just going to go ahead to apply this foundation. I'm not sure if it is only me who actually noticed that most of Revlon foundation, they are more on the neutral and cool tone. Revlon doesn't actually have foundation for warm skin undertone, according to my observation. I'm just going to apply a very lightweight. I think if you guys, your skin is well hydrated, it's quite easy for you to actually use minimal foundation application because it just blends so nice and smooth. And anyway, you guys, for people with a very dry skin, this is how much you can go. But for anybody with a very oily skin, I actually recommend that you use L'Oreal Paris Infallible foundation. It is actually suitable for people with a very oily skin. And then you guys, I think the next thing that I need to do is going to be to highlight, and I'm going to use just this concealer. Going to try and highlight. I'm not going to apply a lot of it. It is almost finished in here, so hence I'm saying I'm not going to apply a lot. You will see me looking like I'm piling. I'm glad that I'm starting the year with a face full of all the makeup steps that one needs to know when you are going to start applying your foundation or going to start your makeup routine, your foundation routine. Actually, this is all the steps necessary for a full face beat. And anyway, I'm going to continue to blend my concealer and then blend also on my forehead. I'm not actually forgetting my nose bridge. And I'm going to take my translucent powder from Yardley. I'm going to just set my concealer highlight. We still have some minutes to spare. And anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply my contour or my bronzer. And I'm just going to just apply a little bit of it. This not too much, just to deepen out the perimeters of my face. I'm not going to actually place a lot. Then I'm going to cut my nose under so that it does not look any way elongated than normal. And then you guys, taking the skin tone shade powder, and the shade I'm using shade Caramelized, it is from Yardley. I'm just going to set my smile lines to ensure that I keep them tacked. I'm not going to apply a lot, just a little tiny bit. And then you guys, I'm going back to this eyeshadow palette. Just going to use one of the eyeshadows. And then you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. The mascara I'm going to apply, it is also from Essence, and it is Lash Princess Waterproof Lightening Mascara. And anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply a black eyeliner. It is from Maybelline. It's Casual Black Eyeliner. Casual black eyeliner, and I'm going to just apply on my water. According to me, you guys, this look would have been much nicer if it had a different eyeliner. But unfortunately, since I have applied a lot of mascara on my waterline, I have to then try and correct it. And I'm going to apply Makeup Revolution blush, and they said it's the shade Baby. It's dual blush and highlight. Going to sculpt right here under my contour. Just going to sculpt. And then for highlight, I'm going to use Palladio highlighting palette. This I'm glowing. It's just going to smile and apply. It is somewhat iridescent. Just going to smile. And then you guys, I'm going to take this brush. Just going to apply on my cupid's bow. I'm going to also apply on my nose bridge, not too much. And then you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply a highlighter right here, using the exact same highlighter from Palladio. And you guys, taking the beauty blender, just going to reduce the harsh application of my highlighter. I wanted to apply a different lipstick, but I'm going to apply this Maybelline Sensation liquid lipstick. And by the way, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and apply a lip liner. It is also from LA Girl. It's a berry wine. Alright, you guys, I think I went completely out of my comfort zone. I'm one person that is used to doing things my way. Actually, I like the brown lip liner, but berry wine is doing a very good work. Going to use the Yardley in the shade Caramelized, and I'm going to set the entire page, which I'm not a fan of. I'm going to take a setting mist. This one is Rose Care. It is hydrating face mist from Nivea. And anyway, you guys, I think everything is looking proper the way it should be, and I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the year. This is the year in which I would like to declare as the year of growth and protection from the Lord. By the way, you guys, this is your Royalty sign off.